Found some cracks.
Is it cracks?
Yeah.
Cracks
four link.
where?
I'm sorry, I don't know the terminology.
Four link.
Okay, it's all fixable, but you gotta come out here and start grinding. Go.
I don't think your traction control is gonna work very good, bud.
Oh. Well, it's been working.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Legal beagle.
We go 850s, but we can't go 850s.
But you can if you wanted to.
But if I wanted to, I could. So today's video is sponsored by Delete Me. Did you know that data brokers can legally collect and sell your personal information? I'm talking about your name, your phone number, your address, your relatives' names. All of it is packaged up on people search sites and sold to anyone with a credit card. That kind of exposure can lead to identity theft, scams, harassment, or even doxing. That's why I trust Delete Me to protect my privacy online. Delete Me is a hands-free subscription service that removes your personal information from hundreds of extra broker and people search sites. It lowers the risk of your personal data ending up in the wrong hands. They actually verify my info on a site before submitting a request to remove it. I started using Delete Me after realizing how much of my info was floating around online. Honestly, my dashboard shocked me with pages and pages of data tied to my name, and Delete Me cleared it all out. Seeing the remove reports gave me a peace of mind and saved me hours I would have spent trying to do it myself. So get 20% off Delete Me consumer plans when you go to joindeleteme.com/Gen2Garage and use promo code Gen2Garage at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/Gen2Garage. Use code Gen2Garage at checkout. Huge thank you to Delete Me for sponsoring today's video. Scan the QR code on screen or click the link down in the description to get tuned up with Delete Me. You work at 10 Soldiers now, huh?
Look, I know it's not perfect, but like...
Dude, that was your third one?
Second.
Second?
Well, okay, third. I messed up this first one, so just ignore that.
Yeah.
I gave up because I couldn't sleep. But that was the first, that was the second. I feel like I sound terrible for like...
Dang.
Like, this is the second time I've ever attempted
Good job,
it.
champ.
The first time I blew through everything.
Oh,
I
that's all right.
didn't set up the settings. I didn't understand it.
Right. Well, when you got a good teacher, I mean...
My goal this winter is to learn how to TIG weld so I can fix things for us if we need to.
You're gonna push Mike out.
Push Mike out? No, definitely not. That's gonna take me a long time.
Dang.
But like quick little fixes, like
Good job,
I could
champ.
do that.
All right. Heck yeah. You might be doing your exhaust on your truck.
Yeah, I might be. Well, it's the other thing is like if I want to change something, I don't have to wait for somebody to do it for me. I can do it.
Heck yeah.
But,
All right.
I'm gonna practice a little more.
Okay.
You good? You good? All right, now hit it. Yep. Yep. Perfect. See?
Okay. I just definitely need to practice more and get comfortable, but that's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, you're doing great.
I was nervous.
You're doing great.
You remember my last time trying to TIG weld?
Yeah.
It didn't go well.
That's all
I
right.
always tell the boys that when you TIG weld, it's like if you're having a bad day or stressed or whatever, like it definitely comes out when you do. You gotta be very like calm, cool, like just we're hanging out, we're melting metal together.
Brad plotted a 4-link on this thing. Now, when I set up a long time ago, I measured. I used their free calculator on their website, which works very well. But I don't do a very good job of measuring. Is likely the problem because I thought I had set it up for like 125 to like 115%, and it was actually 165% anti-squat. So, that's how it was acting. Like it separates really hard. So that was interesting. It's cool to see how he kind of does it. Like he was able to plot out. So he went down there and
I measured pretty much. I didn't measure every single hole, but I measured like the bottom hole, the top hole,
Yeah.
and then like the distance between them.
Yeah.
And then I I've gone in there and actually plugged in every single hole on the Falcon. So now I have this saved in my computer, every single hole, and then we can go through here and toggle from like this hole, I can move it to this hole, and then it'll tell me how it changes the instant center and the anti-squat. So this program's really cool because you can make changes really quickly and see, oh, I like that, or that helps, that's going the direction we want to go, or no, we don't like that.
I've never done this.
But this is like a $150 program, so eventually I want to have my own 4-link calculator like this, but even more modern. I just haven't had time to do it. So this is Performance Trends, which I've been using this program for 10 years. So it's even a little bit more difficult than going from a 20-26 is going back and forth between a slick and a radial. That's a little more difficult because obviously the slicks, they like to separate. They have a really stiff sidewall. The radial likes to separate. It has a really stiff sidewall. The slick doesn't like as much separation because it just kills the sidewall. So, especially if the racetrack's sticky.
That's something I find a lot in this car is I usually have to dump tire pressure. Like, the car loves the Hoosier, and I've been low 120, 60 foots on it, but like that's about all I can do before I got to put a Mickey on. Yeah. But we're racing on a lot of tracks that have a really good 60 foot, and then after that they're really bumpy. So I love the Hoosier, but I have to cram, like I have all the way up to like 18 pounds of tire pressure just to stop them from, they'll vibrate. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
well, and that's part of the reason that is because you're separating it. So if we take some anti-squat out of this thing and make it a little bit more neutral, then you won't have to run so much tire pressure because you won't be killing the sidewall. On Charlie Brown, we run it on a slick. We only run like 10 pounds of air, but that's because I don't separate it. Yeah. The thing's really neutral in the back. It doesn't squat or separate. It just kind of stays flat in the back. So it's more forgiving on the sidewall of the slick. So I think that's what we're gonna do on this thing. We're gonna take some anti-squat out of it and get it a little closer to neutral, so with that it'll work on the slick and the radial. Yeah. And then that'll also help our top and the shock out problem, which we're going to look into that a little bit deeper here in a minute. But I wanted to get the 4-link plotted out and figure out where we were at first, and then we can make changes to go in the right direction.
So I've always wondered, like, because I am swapping a lot from radials to slicks, I was like, the uppers are a little harder to get in there and adjust, but like the lowers are super easy, where every time I swap tires, I could just move I want this, something I've been wanting to ask you is like, could I have it set up to where it'd only be a couple hole change on the lower bar?
Yeah, we can do that too. So we could have like use this bolt hole on the rear end for the radial and this hole for the slick, and where it's just like a real easy move it up one hole or something. Yeah. So yeah, we could definitely do that. The fast slick tire stuff, a traditional 4-link is definitely easier to keep the tire happy. So normally on the stock suspension cars, it's so hard to get that initial bounce out of the tire. Yeah.
That's another thing I've dealt with is like, I have that hitch. So like it initially separates, and then I've figured it out to where it doesn't go back down. Like it'll just kind of level out and then keep going.
Yeah, and that's what you want.
Yeah. But like it still always has a hitch, and I don't know if that's a bad thing or good.
No, that's normal for a stock suspension car. What you're seeing is just the release of the trans brake and all the slop and everything. So like the tires wadding up, the slop in the drive line, and everything's going boom. The initial like shock is what you're seeing, and then it takes a second for the car to physically start moving. Yeah. So that what you're seeing on the shock is like the crush of the tire and all the driveline shock, and then the car sits there for a second and starts driving forward, and then as the car starts driving forward, it starts separating. So it's just that delay between the initial shock and the car actually moving. So most people think, like, you look at data log and people are like, oh, it's spun at 0.3. Yeah. And you automatically think 0.3 is like 10 feet past starting line. It takes 0.3 seconds for the tire to make one rotation. Yeah. Even if you're going a 1.0 60 foot, it takes 0.3 seconds to move one tire rotation. Right. And then from there to the 60 foot happens pretty quickly. But the first half a second of a run, the car does not move very far. Really? So So, yeah.
That makes sense. All right, guys. So we just did a bunch of filming, but we're kind of sharing footage with 10 Soldiers. So if you want to see all the technical big brain Brad stuff, that's going to be on TSR. They're getting ready to go to lunch, and we're going to go ahead and pull these shocks off. They were nice enough. I started asking questions about springs and different things, and come to find out we have a 12-inch, 110-pound spring on here. And I took all the weight out of this thing for the radials, and it's sitting all high in the back, but also we just have like a ton of shock shaft showing. So we're trying to get it down, and he was trying to lower the ride height, and he can only lower it about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch before the springs actually got loosened up, and there was no tension on them. Luckily they had a set of 14-inch 95-pound springs
Off of the one and only Charlie Brown.
So
they're magic springs.
yeah, they got some good juju with them. So we definitely learned a lot. Brad plotted the 4-link for us, and it was way different than what I thought it was. But it makes sense as to what it does. Like, it acts like it has a bunch of anti-squat in it, and it did. Like I said, you guys will have to watch their video. I'm gonna save it for them.
I promise you, Brad is going to be a lot better at explaining than we are.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've obviously never messed with anything 4-link before, and even I understood everything he was saying. He's just he does a really good job at explaining things.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
These are like what my Ron G's did. Watch this shock.
They're all set they're set the same? I don't know why it would do that,
sure,
but
actually, 'cause this is what my Ron G's did, and there was like a bleeder screw that had a bunch of air. I don't know where that is, but see that one, like it rebounds itself. See that?
yeah.
I wonder why that is. Make it seem like there's not a bunch of shock.
Well, it's not like blown like it's a dead shock.
Right.
It's just that nitrogen in the shock has gotten into the oil and created a bunch of air in the oil. So it's like acting weird and bouncy.
Yeah.
It still has oil in the shock though, so it still should dampen. It's not 100% dead.
Right.
It's just kind of wounded. So.
G's and think of those as sixes. They are sixes.
Yeah.
Look at that canister, Tommy.
Brother, we're not putting those on.
Why?
Because it will be fine.
Hang on.
Dude, I've been racing it like that
Please
for...
talk to Tommy. One sec.
I've been racing it like that for how long? It don't matter.
I don't know if I can put
This is what Tommy looks like when he's getting lectured by cheese.
Already. You guys are doing too damn much for me. I can't receive all this help. I can't do that. It's not...
I just want you to suck less, Tommy. You know?
Look at that face.
It's like we put him in timeout and we're trying to give him gifts.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's so opposite.
yeah, we're giving you something sick.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Dude, I mean, who knows how long I've been racing like this? Like, it would be fine to go one more weekend. It'll do its thing. I'm not even gonna crank on it that hard. He said, "Nah, you ain't running like that. That thing's f***ed up." I said, "Geez, I've been running like this for probably a while." He's like, No. He said, "We ain't gonna half-ass it. We're gonna full-ass it." Like, ain't half-assing nothing.
They found a problem.
Uh-oh.
But it's fixable. You just have to come out here and start working on it.
What?
Found some cracks.
Is it cracks?
Yeah.
Cracks
4-link.
where?
I'm sorry, I don't know the terminology.
4-link? What?
Like, no, sorry, on the where it bolts up. I don't know the terminology. I know leaf springs.
Brother, what are you talking
it's okay.
about?
It's okay. It's all fixable. But you got to come out here and start grinding. Come look. I probably just made it sound way worse than it was. I don't
She's
know.
making it sound really bad.
I only know Buggy Springs.
Cracks in the forelift.
Well, I only know Buggy Springs. You see all of them under there?
What are you talking about? What's happening?
Somebody smarter explain.
Oh,
Where's their cracks?
Right there. See how that plate is bent?
Oh.
It's pulled out. And then look at this side. You see how cracked it is on this side? Cracked all the way down.
Let me move myself here.
See that?
Hell yeah. So I was getting ready to rip the upper side of this thing, huh?
Wow. It looks like they're still welded to this tube pretty good, but I'm sure that tube's probably flexing is what's going on. So
it's just welded into this thin. Like this is.
Yeah, I looked at that the other day. I was like, shouldn't it? Like, this should be
yeah,
a tube.
really needs another tube there, and it really needs a tube going up to like the cage or something.
At the release of the trans brake button, the uppers pull, so they're trying to pull away from the car, and then the lowers push. So these have something nice to push against here, but your upper doesn't really have anything that's
Anything solid to pull against, yeah. Here, come look at this. All right, well. I don't think your traction control is going to work very good, bud.
Oh. Well, it's been working.
Yeah, you're lucky. I'd say it was one vibration away from not working. Yeah.
Dang.
Good grief. We should,
Gotta slope check every once in a while.
well, this is embarrassing.
All right.
So,
Once again, we are finally out of Jason Brad's hair temporarily until the next
hey,
thing.
we were only here for one day this time. Right?
Yeah.
One day.
One day.
One day of
Yeah.
work. So, that's pretty good.
And they
Pretty good for
got
us.
more done than I had hoped on it. Like, we had a cracked wastegate merge, a cracked upper torque box. We only came in there to get, but we didn't have to replace the Heims.
Yeah,
so
what
that's
we came
good.
for, we didn't.
What I'm gonna take from this is I need to quit bitching and making excuses, and I need to get under my car and make sure that things are actually tight and not just like put my fingers on it and be like, okay, well, it's got a lock nut, it's tight. Nah, you got to make sure that shit's cranked down.
Young and dumb. Lessons learned.
Yeah.
Luckily, you didn't learn the lesson a harder way.
I think the biggest thing is that blown out shock.
That blown out shock, yeah. 'cause
That's
it's
probably
just-
been hurting me.
Yeah, who knows how long it's been like that.
Pretty big deal for me to go out and buy, $1,500 to $2,000 worth of shocks. But hey, trying to do more ads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to get our program better.
Trying to crank out videos and.
Well, we made it through registration.
I'm so extra right
Still
now.
doing makeup. But we made it through registration.
I'm not usually this high maintenance.
I'll show you this line of cars. High maintenance.
Oh no, I have one eyebrow done.
Finally getting under the track. Wasn't too bad.
Good. We got up bright and early. We were not the first one in the line, but we were not the last either.
Well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and start getting unloaded. Took a quick gander around. This place is gonna be pretty awesome this weekend, man. Tons of cars, all kinds of different stuff. Super interesting. So again, this is our first time here, so I don't know what to expect, but we're going into it expecting to have a good time, that's for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and get everything unloaded and hope that it's done raining. We got tech in about an hour and a half, and we're gonna hopefully we can make it through that. So we'll see. Alrighty, so I went up there and kind of scoped some things out, and turns out they got a chassis cert guy up there, so we're gonna put Mike's work to the test. We're gonna see if he did this cage right. We're gonna try and get an 850 cert and see how it goes. Figure I might as well get it done while it's up there. There's no line.
Been here for an hour and he's already in his engine bay.
I thought we had my diaper tuned up, but apparently we didn't.
Yeah, we were pulling this thing out of the trailer. I'm like, did you spill something? Are you still leaking? It's like, no, it's just dust.
Brand new diaper is already ruined.
Diaper's catching on fire. It's fine.
The windshield wipers on this Pro Mod.
Robot.
Right.
Does it have a stock firewall?
Yeah.
you have a dash bar in it or no? Can I access it?
You can actually see it right there.
I gotta get this
Yeah.
on there.
Okay. You might be able to get through there.
Uh,
Keep the change.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're good for 3 years, $850, no minimum, maximum weight. Keep that in like your toolbox or something so that God forbid anything happens to it, if you scrape the sticker or scratch the sticker or anything else worse. If the cage is still fine, any NHRA guy can put another sticker on it.
All right. Howdy, sir.
What's up, man? I see you calling like I'm a telemarketer.
Yeah, were you just unalive last night or what?
I just was in the mood.
I checked the news. I swear, I checked Zanesville News. I was like, I hope he didn't, die.
Are you genuinely worried about me?
I was. So, but I got some bad news. So I realized there was a chassis cert guy here at Beach Bend, and it didn't pass inspection. So the cage in my truck, it didn't pass.
What were they lipping about?
Well, they were lipping about some of the welds. They said it looked like it was welded with a MIG welder, and Yeah. No, I got a sticker on it. We're good. One thing off my list.
So is there actually no bad news?
No, there's no bad news. I only had good news.
Yeah, you're pulling me now.
I know it.
That's good. You're learning.
Legal Beagle.
Legal Beagle. We go 850s, but we can't go 850s.
But you can if you wanted to.
But if I wanted to, I could.
Yeah.
But I can't. Alright guys, so it's Friday morning. Got here to the track, getting ready to make some time runs today. Allison's getting us all shined up because the cars are pretty gross.
Dirty bird.
What you using there?
Jack's Wax Body Shine.
Jack's Wax. Yeah, Jack's Wax is here, so we went and got some stuff because I forgot all my stuff. That's typical. But Allison's getting the cars all cleaned up. We'll be running the truck first today. I believe it's up first, and then later on we'll get a time run in the Falcon. I don't know how many we get today. My run card has 3 on each, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, we're here to have fun, test out some new fixed stuff on the Falcon, and see if we can go some more personal bests in the truck. So that's kind of the plan today. I'm gonna put some tune-ups in these units and see if we can't leave on like 10 pounds in the truck and get another new personal best 60 foot. If we go on a 1.3 this weekend on 60 foot, I would be ecstatic. So maybe we'll try and work towards that. But like I said, we're here to have fun, man. This is pretty awesome. It is just packed already. Like driving in this morning, the car show was like front to back, top to bottom, already packed. Like in the hills driving in to Beach Bend, and like, man, it's just awesome. It's a great atmosphere. I think everybody's here with the same idea of just having fun, So, man, I'm just excited for the whole weekend.
Okay, I just wanted to vlog for a second because I haven't said anything on camera yet. I've been really busy. I just detailed the cars for Tommy, the Falcon and the truck. Drained catch can on the Falcon, put fuel in the Falcon. Truck's already good. That's gonna be the first one to go up. Got all the cameras set up. I just want to give a fair warning to everybody. It's just Tommy and I today, so I tried to add some more GoPros to the car to make up for the fact that I might not be able to film as much because I'm helping, but just bear with us, we're still figuring this out. I think that's about it. Just trying to make sure that Tommy can focus on tuning today and just not have to worry about a thing. Gotta step it up. $9.94.
Well, I have all kinds of thoughts about that, but I forgot to get my time slip. Stupid no prep racer. I always do that. Always forget to get my time slip. Felt decent, but I let out just a little bit early because, you know, PTSD from critical speed. I felt like there's a little bit of a vibration going on, just a smidge. Ready? Yeah. Couple observations. Stupid no prep racer, never noticed where the ticket booth is to get his time slips. Had to go back and get that. Not thoroughly impressed, but I think it's really hot out today. I wonder if it spun a little bit, because it was a 143 60 foot, but I left on 2 more pounds than I ever have. It left on 9. So
That's a new personal best of the quarter.
Well, yeah, went a 994. I was
9-second truck.
Well, yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more, but 629. Dude, this thing printed the exact same time slip that it did at Killcare. So 143, 406, 629, 110. Just a skosh slow everywhere, but man, I know it's hot out, and at Killcare the air was really good, so I thought it would have went a little bit faster. I think we left the nitrous on a little bit longer, and then we left on 9 pounds. You know, I was hoping for a little bit better, but
it's so hot today.
It is very hot.
Brutally hot.
So 994 to 132. So a couple observations. It's still doing that thing where I let off, everything's great, look in the mirror, and it starts smoking like halfway through the shutdown. Like,
It did do that. I missed that.
It's so weird. It did the exact same thing at Killcare. So other observation, slight vibration right at the finish line. So I let out a skosh early because I was like, critical speed, critical speed. So who knows? I'm gonna be. I have a little bit of PTSD, but I did feel a little bit of a vibration. So
You did the right thing.
yeah, I don't know if it's a drive shaft or what. But this drive shaft is the shortest drive shaft we've ever had in it. It's 55 inches long.
You got a 350 gear in it now. You should be fine.
Gear. Right, the math.
You should be fine.
Yeah, we should be good for like 160, so to say, but who knows what the vibration was, but I was just trying to be careful.
What was your mile an hour?
132. I went faster than that Nova, so that makes me feel better.
Hey, new personal best. Be happy.
Yeah, well.
We need to see a big smile. You got your first 9-second slip on the truck. The first truck you've ever built by yourself.
All right.
Be happy.
All right.
Yeah,
we're
smile.
past that. It's all right.
No,
This thing
no,
needs
we're
to be
not.
going faster.
Please.
Well, we're gonna
Progress. That was progress.
We're gonna pull the data log and make sure it did everything it was supposed to do. I'll say, like, that was the first time I put it from second to third, and like, I'm gonna look at that RPM line.
Did
squiggle.
you ever check transmission fluid?
No, but I'm gonna do that because I think that's what it's puking out. I don't think it's puking out oil. I think it pukes out transmission fluid randomly. I don't know what the deal is there. So
You'll jack it up and look underneath it. Maybe when it cools off in a minute.
Yeah.
We got plenty of time before your next test pass, so
Okay.
even in the Falcon, there's still 3 classes that have to go before.
I almost want to just skip the first one in the Falcon just because.
Yeah, it's hot.
Dude, I seen when I lined up there, there was a bald spot in both tire tracks, something terrible.
They're gonna do a big track prep
Are they?
before the quick 16, and then you're after quick 16 in the Falcon. But it is going to be very hot. You're probably going to miss a test and tune tomorrow for the drag and drive cruise. So I'd get them in today, actually.
Right. Yeah. But hey, I'm happy it went a 9. We got a 9-second, 3,600 pound truck. So, I mean, that's cool. Turbos and nitrous.
It is cool. But be happy. I'm happy.
It stayed on. That's the first time the hood's been on for a quarter mile, so yeah, man.
Did it do anything funny?
What?
Did it do anything
I
funny?
don't think so. No, I'm not going fast enough for all that funny business. But I think another thing I want to try is like to tighten up the limiters a little bit, maybe get a little bit more out of the 60 foot without having to put more power in it, because it is just kind of. Before I race it next, I'm absolutely going to put a heavier spring on it, because I'm like rubbing the wheels when I'm turning, and it's just sitting way too low in the front. So I think the springs are like at coil bind, so it's never good. But we're getting there, man. We're getting there. All right. So in the no time class, gonna give it our best shot.
All steel, all glass, drive it to the lanes.
I'm the only car driving to the lanes, so there's that.
So the good news is,
that's what I signed up for.
Yeah. Good news is it's hot and slimy out there. So
The track's disgusting. Air's terrible, so
that works to your benefit.
yeah.
That's about it. Just gonna send it. Hopefully, I mean, it's gonna go straight now. Tin soldier.
Yeah, we still gotta test that. You know what I mean? It should.
Yeah.
It should. But we're about to find out. It's probably not gonna go crazy fast, but like I said, this is our first pass. The track's not great, and I just want to make sure it's gonna go straight after everything that we changed, and you know what I mean. Just make sure everything's good. So kind of see what it does here, and I would like to make at least another run today after this one where we really crank on it. Hopefully later in the day. So that's the goal.
Okay, go ahead and make it 3.5 at 30 and above.
Okay.
Everyone had asked you to translate that to the fuel table.
Good.
Nice. Great pass, dude. That's the straightest and really just great A to B pass it's made in a long time. That felt awesome. 0.25 light, so we're good there. We were deep. I need to take one less bump. 60 foot was 1300, which actually makes me happy because it's like we went a 498 with a 1360 foot. So I know we have a 10th and a half in the 60 foot. That gets us in the 80s very easily. 330 to the 330. So we need to get that to about a 3.0. If we get into the 2s and the 330, we really got something. I don't think I've ever been in the 2s and the 330 in this car. I'd have to look. Maybe very close, but 498 in the 8th. And I mean, that was just right down Broadway. So it's interesting. I wish I could watch all the other cars and see if they're struggling. I don't think it's going to matter though, because you know, I think eliminations are at nighttime, so the track's going to be way different. But 146, so the mile an hour is healthy for the kind of boost we were on, and everything else. So car's healthy, so that's good. We'll pull the log and investigate a little deeper just to make sure everything looks good. That shift is hard, I'll tell you that much. We could probably maybe spin it a little higher. I don't know. That was 7,800 on the shift. I'd like to see what it went through at the 8th. It sounded real good with the 370. It's just going to take a lot of power to get it to 60 foot, which is fine. I'm cool with that. We have plenty to go, so awesome. We probably tighten up the front struts too.
Visiting with our friends at Trick Flow.
Making our rounds. Get me a new hat. Somewhere in a Puddin' Bay hat. Like an idiot.
Yeah, you need a Trick Flow hat.
I wonder if they got any of them square port heads for LS, camel hump, double hump, square port. These ones are square port. Those ones are the good ones.
There he is.
Yeah, I'm wearing like a Puddin' Bay hat. I'm gonna put it on right now.
Oh.
Hat. Like
Now you got to show everybody your hair.
This is why I'm wearing a hat. Need a haircut.
There you go.
I'm okay with unfitted hats because they normally don't fit my head. A big ass head. Now we're tuned up. She says I look like a 12-year-old. Regardless of the ass head. Yeah, you get 13. But I mean, this is why I need a haircut. I didn't have time to schedule it. I got some clippers. You line me up? I'll line you up. Maybe the vanilla ice steps on the side. Eyebrow line.
We were literally gonna walk down there to see where your pit was.
Yeah, we're way down.
That's what we thought. I was like, that's grass in that picture. We might not be able to see it.
It's so funny.
Heading up for test class number 2.
Yes, sir. Got
It'll be a little spicier.
a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Nice. Little wheelie, but not too bad.
That was a cool wheelie.
No, we don't like wheelies. We're tired of wheelies.
Alright guys, so that's going to conclude our part 1 of LS Fest. We have another video dropping probably Friday if I had to guess. Or maybe over the weekend, we'll see. We're going to drop it while we're down there at Streetcar Takeover Edgewater this weekend. Couple things I wanted to mention. We made some really good hits in the Falcon. Made even better hits on the final day. I can't wait for you guys to see that. Huge thank you to 10 Soldier Race Cars for getting us straightened out, man. The car has never felt so smooth and so fast and just easy to drive. So huge shout out to them for that and helping me get that thing straightened out. And then as far as the truck goes, after watching the videos of this thing going down track, I know it sounds really bad, but I had pulled like 7 to 8 pounds of boost out of it after the 8th mile. Sounded like it was leaning out or it was something was wrong, but I purposely pulled a bunch of power out because the intake air temps were about 175, which is as high as they've ever been. So that explains that, but We'll see you guys in the part 2 video. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you in the next one.